I do apologise about that, guys. For some bizarre reason, YouTube's just given me a lot of shocking behaviour. But we are here on, of course, Hopper's Gamer Twitch channel for a change. But assuming it might be a bit more clearer as well. It might be a bit more better. But hopefully we get some streaming. We get some comms underway. But obviously, like I said to the guys, I'll upload it to YouTube over the weekend if I get time over the weekend, and I'll probably sort some overlays and some stuff like that. But I'm not sure what's wrong with YouTube at the moment. Maybe YouTube's just being a bit awkward at the moment. But then again, we are on Twitch, so yes, guys, welcome in. So as I was saying, it is BTCC Full Throttle Racing. 1994 liveries. We're in the 1994 specification, well, sort of a Mitsubishi Lancer, but it is, of course, I'm going to call the cars by the period cars, but as I say, you got Aaron Riley in what was Jeff Allen's livery. So there you go. As I say, I do apologise for that, but if you like, if you I don't think you can like my stream, but you know, I do have a few. I've had a few technical difficulties. Gotta admit, technical difficulties. Me and technical difficulties aren't best of friends sometimes. But as I say, we're here at round 1 for Monza. You know, sorted another alternative out for this evening. So that will help the guys out massively to get the stream. As I say, I do apologise. Swapping from YouTube to Twitch. Not everyone uses Twitch, but luckily I can use it for my stream, and I'm also using it for this evening. So yeah, hopefully I'm going to see if I'm heard on stream. Yes, I am. Brilliant. So yeah, diving into the BTCC Retro and Retro Archive, and we find ourselves at Monza. Yes, okay, Monza wasn't part of the BTCC calendar, but it was part of the Touring Car World Cup in 1993, I believe, when the likes of Paul Rodisic won in the wet, I believe. But then it went to Donington Park, and then ultimately the 95 Touring Car World Cup ended at Paul Ricard in France. So yeah, hopefully tonight is a good night of racing for everyone involved. I'm looking forward to this because being a British touring car fan myself, it means I can commentate on BTCC stuff, which I love it. I love commentating. Don't do much of it these days because I don't do much racing either, but you know, there's a lot of things. As I say, just gonna make sure people have, you know, the link is but we'll soon find out what happens. Hopefully it was on YouTube, but now we're on Twitch, so it'd be great. So yeah, so Panos looks like he's missing. There's a few people missing tonight. I think the likes of Adam Piper's missing as well because he does not have the track, I believe. But hopefully this stream works better because it seems to be working alright so far. But I say that and then but we should be alright. But as I say, I'll upload this to YouTube for the guys over the weekend. I'll get it uploaded probably Sunday afternoon. So yeah, it should be a great night of racing. As I say, we've got around 8 minutes until, I think it's 8 minutes. Yeah, around 8 minutes until qualifying. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But I'm just going to copy the link onto put it on my vlog page so then people can see it as well. But I think we're doing all right actually. I think we seem to be pushing on a bit. So let's see what's going to happen then for the BTCC 1994 for full throttle racing. But it should be great as the Ford Mondeo working symmetry. So we've got around 6 minutes till qualifying. I think got about 12 cars on the grid, so that's not too bad to start the season off, I think. So who knows what's going to happen. I think John Thompson is going to be the guy to beat. So we've got around 3 people now joining the stream, so welcome in guys. But as I say, we've got a few things out here, but we are literally now doing alright without any touch wood, doing alright without technical difficulties now. But as I say, I will put this, if any of the racers are watching this, I will put it on YouTube over the weekend. It just seems that for some bizarre reason YouTube is just not liking what I'm doing tonight for some bizarre reason. Well, hey ho, at least I've got a backup, so, you know, otherwise I would have been deeply disappointed. We've not been able to do commentary, but there's a backup. I'm just gonna try and get comfy for this evening, because, you know, it is 3 8-lap races around here, as well as 10-minute qualifying. So we're going to be in for a bit of a close proximity racing, I think. Let's looking at some of the cars then. Some of the cars are in pit lane at the moment. I think there's about 6 out on track. So Mark Smith then, as he hops the cone, which then I don't think he actually knows that it makes him airborne, but it made him airborne on stream. It doesn't make him airborne in the race itself. The number 20 Ford Mondeo, the car of the year for 1994, I believe. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a blast from the past for everyone. But as I say, you got Jonathan Smith, Mark's son in the Peugeot 405 livery. But hopefully we'll be good to go for 10 minutes of qualifying very soon. Welcome into everyone that's watching the stream. I would have the face cam, but you won't see much of the circuit map because my face would be there, but I may try and at some point show my face on stream. Yeah, but nevertheless we get in, I think it's around 3 minutes, no, 3 minutes till qualifying. But just looking at what's going on at the moment, there's, as I say, 12 cars on the grid for this evening. Opening race of the championship here at Monza. But there's a lot to take in for this evening. But got to be very careful going into turn 1 here at Monza as Aaron gets a bit crossed up with that Vauxhall Cavalier. But as I say, they're all amazing liveries. But Adam Piper has actually just joined, so that means now we've got 13. I thought he wasn't going to make it because he didn't have Monza, but I think there's some interchanging team strategies. I think the cars can be tuned, I think, but I think we'll figure that out very soon. But as Adam Piper comes out in the other Toyota Carina. So he parks it nicely there. I don't know what he's doing. I think is he practicing a practice start or something? I have no idea. But only time will tell. So we'll be starting soon, guys. Ready for qualifying for round number 1 of the Full Throttle Racing League 1994 BTCC Championship. I think they're trying to wind each other up, saying send me that DM. Well, you can send me it and I'll have a look myself. Unless it's team tactics. Why has everyone gone blue? It's... How does it change the colour? That's what I want to know. As Stuart Bell's getting his Peugeot ready and fired up, ready for a great night of racing, no doubts. starting qualifying. Let's go then. Good to go then for qualifying for round number 1 of the BTCC 1994 Retro League. And for racing, and the green flag is flying, and the green light has come out at the end of the pit lane to say we are good to go. The pit lane is now open for qualifying. We'll see how many people are going to go onto pole position, or who will go into pole position for the first one of the season. Got the likes of Rob and of course Liam New just traded a bit of paint there. The Alpha versus the BMW. They got Rob Plant in the Ford Mondeo versus Liam McEwen in the Alpha. So yeah, as I say, it's going to be a great night of racing. So we've got 10 minutes of qualifying, just on their outlap, just making sure everyone's gone out of pit lane. They have, yes. So looks to me, I'm just trying to figure out who is actually leading the times going into I believe it might have been our Sharp that escaped pit lane first, or is it yeah, our Sharp has been the first one to escape pit lane, so he will be going through Ascari now up towards Parabolica. So we'll soon figure out what's going to happen here. So our Sharpland going through Parabolica then leads them round. Get a clean, if he can get a clean lap, he may start in pole position, but all depends on what is exactly going to happen. He's got the Mr. Bean thing from last week, but I don't know whether that's just been put on his car just to show everyone else. But I don't remember that being on the Toyota Carina in period. But got John Thompson then in this Primera versus the BMW and versus the Ford Mondeo of Planty going into the first corner. It's a better Filio, but it's Curva Grande. There you go then. Soon find out what they're going to do up towards the Lesmos then. But it's going to be close for qualifying, I think. As I say, it's 10 minutes of qualifying. It's not quick blast 5 minutes anymore. It's actually as Liam gets a bit crossed up out of Lesmo 2 there. But see what happens with our Sharpland going through Ascari, pushing on. But just figure out what's going on further back. You've got Jordan Harding 7th at the moment, Adam Piper in 8th, then followed by Aaron Roy 9th, Gary Pointer in 10th, followed by Stuart, Jonathan, and of course Mark, the two father and son team. Well, not father and son team, but the father and son duo. As our Sharp is about to cross the line and goes a 201.3 at the moment, but then John Thompson pips in with 159.191 of a second. Liam New in second, then Liam McEwen, I beg your pardon, in a third, followed by our Sharp 4th, Jordan Harding 5th, followed by Adam Piper was 6th, but Gary Pointer then in the second Nissan Primera up to third then. Could be a good shout for Gary Pointer this evening, with the likes of Aaron Riley in, of course, 8th place, Rob Scholler in, of course, 9th at the moment, then of course Stuart Bell 10th, Rob Plant 12th at the moment, but Jonathan Smith goes 10th fastest then in the second of the Peugeots, and then of course Mark Smith in 11th first, and then Rob Plant down to 13th at the moment, but around just under 5 minutes to go in this first qualifying session of this season. As I say, it's close as you like. John Thompson and in this on Primera trying to push on to try and get the first pole position, the first major point of the season, because obviously point for pole position, I believe, but they're all on sport soft, so it's going to be close as you like, as Liam Yu gets a bit crossed up going out of Ascari, but he's actually nailed it to get onto the back bumper almost of John Thompson, to get a toe down the back straight towards Parabolica. So it's where there could be tooth and nail between the pair of them. Just going to make sure I'm still heard on stream. Which I am. So John Thompson then still leading qualifying, but Sharp then with a bit of a lap, but Liam Yu pips him. Pips John Thompson with 158.7. Liam McEwen 159.406. The Alphas are third and fourth at the moment, so Liam versus Rob at the moment. Gary Pointer in fifth, then Adam Piper sixth at the moment, with Jordan Harding seventh. So it's a bit of role reversal between the Cavalier and the Carina at the moment, with the likes of Sharp the second of the Carina. It's a Carina sandwich for Jordan Harding at the moment, but Sharp purple sector at the moment as we go through the second chicane. Can't remember exactly what it's called at the moment, but nevertheless we'll be alright. But Aaron Riley 9th then, Jonathan Smith then currently 10th, followed by Rob Plant 11th, Mark Smith 12th, and then of course Stuart Bell in the Peugeot in 13th. But we've got around 3 minutes to go in qualifying, or just about 3 minutes. 3 minutes to go, just under 3 minutes, because obviously going in the gaggle of cars, the likes of John Thompson and of course Sharp going through Ascari, with the likes of Liam New trying to catch on to the back of these guys. Wants to catch on, he might try and do it, you know, but he's down. Liam's actually still pole position at the moment with that fastest lap with 158.7 at the moment. Seems to be very quick, the BMW driver at the moment. It's going to be close as you like between these guys, but hopefully going to provide some great entertainment, as I think that was Liam getting a bit crossed up out of Parabolica, which will allow. That's still putting pole position. Liam's still on pole position at the moment, provisional pole position with Liam McEwen. And of course third place at the moment with Rob Scholler still in fourth. Then you got Gary Pointer still fifth, so the Alphas third and fourth still. The second of the Primeras in fifth place at the moment. It's a bit down on time at the moment, with around 2.5 minutes to go in qualifying. But it's thereabouts. Adam Piper sixth then, with Sharp, so the Carinas are sixth and seventh. First of the Mondos are of course 8th, Jordan Harding with the Cavalier in 9th, so the Cavaliers are 9th and 10th at the moment, with of course the Peugeots are 11th, 11th and 13th at the moment, with of course the second Mondeo of Mark Smith in 12th at the moment. But of course it's the line then, so it's going to be close, but 1 minute to go then. Is Liam New still going to push on for provisional pole position, the reigning champion of Full Throttle Racing for last season, but who knows what he's going to do. Going to push on for quite some time. But Rob Plant currently in 8th place, but he's in pit lane at the moment, so I don't know whether he's going to be completing another lap. So I think Liam New then comes through with Scary to push on. I think we were a bit delayed starting, so we'll be getting underway for race 1 very soon, but looking at Liam then pushing on onto Parabolica. They're probably going to get across the line just as the timer goes out, I think. So looks like John Thompson's going to cross the line and takes provisional pole position away from Liam New with a 158.4. So it's not too bad. Liam McEwen in 3rd then. It's going to be a great result of qualifying. There's a couple of cars there, so John Thompson then takes provisional pole position. I tell you what, he was on a bit of a flyer. I think that didn't help Liam when he got crossed up going out of Ascari. But there you go with Liam McEwen in 3rd then, with Gary Pointer up to 4th then with that second Nissan Primera. So the Nissan Primeras are literally 1st and 4th on the grid at the moment, with of course Rob Scholler in of course 5th for the Alphas. So the Alphas are 3rd and 5th at the moment. Are Sharp in 6th. The Carinas are 6th and 7th. Rob Plant in the Ford Mondeo in 8th, then followed by Jordan Harding, Aaron Riley as well. His dad Mark Smith in 12th, and then of course Stuart Bell in of course 13th. So bit of an interesting qualifying lap for race number 1, but also, which I think it has, you know. No, it hasn't. It's just carrying on. Just trying to figure out exactly what's going on. Yeah, it's fine. It's all good. It's there we go. I'm just trying to figure out exactly what was going on then, but great lap from John Thompson, then followed by Liam New, followed by Liam McEwen, and of course Gary Pointer, Rob Scholler, then of course Ash Sharp, Adam Piper, then of course Planty, then Jordan Harding, Aaron Riley, and of course Jonathan Smith, Mark Smith, and then of course Stuart Bell, and of course a lot of things. But we are ready to go for race number 1 here at Monza. So we get the green flag from the back of the grid then to say everyone is back from of course the formation lap, but we are good to go. Let's see who's going to get a good start into Rettifilio then. It looks like John Thompson has had a bit of a bad start there, but he's also side by side with Liam New. It looks like everyone's got off the line cleanly. We'll try and chase everyone down, but it does look like we've got a few bit of battles as Liam New gets to jump into turn number 1 then. With John Thompson hot on his heels, we go on board with John. Try to push on the American, literally nose to tail. Let's get past the BMW driver, the Nissan, versus the Alpha, versus the other Nissan. They got the Carina, and then the Alpha. So the Alpha's thereabouts. Then you got two sort of, not two Cavaliers, but seeing what's going on with Planty and of course Jonathan Smith going into the other corner. I think Stuart Bell's had a bit of a nightmare start there, but nevertheless we're still jumping on with going into Lesmo 2 just about. John Thompson right behind Liam New, so the BMW leading the Nissan at the moment, and of course the Alpha of Liam McEwen pushing on there for some time, but it looks like everyone's got there safely. But obviously ringside seat for Liam McEwen as we go on board with him down towards Scary. This could be a very close for comfort with these guys into Scary, but we don't want to have any issues just yet. And of course it's an opening race with 8 laps to go. We're just pushing on with the likes of Liam McEwen, trying to get past John Thompson for what could be a bit of a sensational battle between the pair of them, as Liam McEwen actually chops the nose off John Thompson's Nissan Primera, with the other Nissan Primera of Gary Pointer in 4th, with of course Ash Sharp and Adam Piper trying to chase down the Alpha. The Toyotas are latching onto the back of Rob Scholler at the moment, with the likes of Aaron Riley's Vauxhall Cavalier versus Jordan Harding and of course Rob Plant, and then of course Jonathan Smith and his dad Mark close to comfort right behind each other, and then of course Stuart Bell 13th. But it's all sort of 4 cars for the lead at the moment. The BMW versus the Alpha versus the 2 Nissan Primeras, but looks like Liam McEwen's got a bit sideways going out of that out of turn number 1 there, but lap 2 out of 8 at the moment then, as we push on for what could be a stellar night of racing between these guys. But you know, I've got the other Alpha, then you've got the Carina and Ashar. Got past Gary Pointer with Adam Piper trying to put Gary Pointer under pressure as we try and hop, skip and jump the curbs there. Got to be very careful. Aaron Riley, of course Jordan Harding and of course Rob Plant close for comfort as well, going in towards Lesmo 1, but soon figure out with Planty trying to get past Jordan Harding then, as Jonathan Smith gets a bit crossed up there out of the first part of the Lesmo, but his dad Mark chasing him down. Of course Stuart Bell 13th at the moment, but excuse me, with Liam Yu breaking away from of course Liam McEwen versus of course John Thompson at the moment, going out of Ascari. So the BMW versus the Alpha versus the Nissan could be very close for comfort between these guys, but Rob's still holding on from Ash Sharp, and of course then Gary Pointer. Gary Pointer dropped down to 6th place, but looks like it could be a move down between the 2 Cavaliers. And of course the Ford Mondeo of Rob Plant there, as Jordan Harding tries to swap paint with Aaron Riley there. It's like John Clones and Jeff Allen battling in 1994. If you're thinking this is 1994 BTCC, well it is, it's BTCC replicas, but Jordan Harding tries to get past his team out there. But what's happening further up the road, we've got Liam McEwen conceding to John Thompson into Retrofilio, but it's just almost there, but both get a bit sideways. The Nissan gets ahead of the Alfa Romeo. That's giving a bit of Liam Yu a bit of a break in the BMW. But looking what John Thompson's going to do, is he going to try and fend off Liam McEwen as we go on board with Liam down towards the next chicane. But he's got to brake really hard to try and get in front of the Nissan, but thinks about it, drops back a bit, but he's alongside, kicks up a bit of dirt. Actually, I think that was actually Liam Yu that kicked up a bit of dirt there. But the top 3 aren't having an easy ride at the moment, but lap 3 out of 8 then, as we get a bit of a break then. Now as John Thompson latches onto the back of Liam Yu, but Sharp, and then of course Gary Pointer trying to push on. He's doing very well at the moment, I must say, with Adam Piper in of course 7th, with Jordan Harding chasing down, but Rob Plant as was trying to get onto the back of Aaron Riley for 9th place at the moment. No one wants to finish outside the top 10 at this rate, but these two are battling long and hard. But of course Jonathan Smith in the Peugeot pushing on in the number 5 with his dad Mark in 12th, followed by Stuart Bell 13th. But there's been a change for the lead, or has there, as we go towards the Parabolica. I think John Thompson's getting the lead back, which he does. Fantastic move into the Parabolica. It's just going to be an absolute insane battle all night between these guys. I think John Thompson won the mini races last time out. He actually won all of the mini races, so he's on course to try and push on. Is he going to stop the rot of Liam Yu trying to take his second title in second seasons? But there's a bit of a battle between the BMW and the Nissan going into Retrofilio. That's delayed. Oh, there's almost 3 wide. That's allowed Liam McEwen to catch up. We're on board with Liam. He's in the ringside box seat, just in case anything goes wrong between the top. These are 2 in front of him. You can just see the 2 trading paint just about. Don't want to be trading paint too much, but going into the second chicane, the Nissan versus the BMW. On board with the Alpha of Liam McEwen then, heading up towards the Lesmo, but it's allowed the likes of Sharp and of course Gary Pointer and Adam Piper, the Carina, sandwiching the second Nissan Primera as we go into Lesmo 1, but got Jordan Harding there in 8th, followed by Aaron Riley, and of course the likes of Jonathan Smith there, putting Aaron under pressure with Planty down in 11th. Well, I think the likes of Planty pushing on with the likes of Mark Smith 12th, and of course Stuart Bell 13th. But John Thompson then still leading the race then. Lap 4 out of 8. So it's around a handful of laps to go then. So it's not too bad, but Liam New then trying to get past John Thompson, trying to do exactly the same move as they go into Parabolica, side by side, just about. But I'll tell you what, this is absolutely top class stuff from the Nissan and the BMW. Yes, okay, people might say to me, these are Mitsubishi Lancers, but they are. But of course, I'm doing it in periods because this is what I love about commentary. But you've got, of course, John Thompson versus, of course, Liam New. Nissan versus the BMW then into Rettifilio, who's going to be the battle of the bravest to get out in front. I think it's John Thompson yet again, the 43 versus the number 1. I'll tell you what, Liam McEwen is still in that box seat just in case it goes wrong. Rob still in, of course, 4th at the moment with Adam Piper now swapping role reversals from Sharp versus Gary Pointer. Jordan Harding up into, of course, 8th place now, catching up to these guys as best as he can. Rob Plant trying to push on then for what could be 9th place at the moment, with of course Aaron Riley in the second of the Cavaliers, followed by Jonathan Smith. Then of course his dad Mark behind him. Of course Stuart Bell bringing up the rear, but Liam McEwen then gets past Liam New, Alpha versus the BMW at the moment. But the two Liams side by side almost. I think the Alpha is just had to concede yet again. Second place from the BMW there of Liam New, but Liam fair play pushing on for what could be a sensational bit of a battle into Ascari. But you know, still early doors with Rob in the second Alpha, with the two Carinas pushing on with Gary Pointer's Nissan Primera chasing down Ash Sharp at the moment. On board with Gary Pointer, trying to get past of course Sharp side to Carina, so the Nissan Primera pushing on with Jordan Harding's Cavalier. But it's going to go back up to the top 3 for a minute. That's why I'm here with Liam McEwen, Liam New, and of course John Thompson, about to go on to the 6th lap with around 3 laps to go, or 2 laps to go should I say, in this opening race here at Monza for round number 1 of the championship. And of course Liam New was thereabouts, and of course Liam McEwen pushing on for what could be a bit of a strong night of racing for these guys. But Rob's still there, and also now the battle for 5th, 6th and 7th between Ash Sharp and Adam Piper, and of course Gary Pointer. Gary Pointer hop, skips and jumps the curb into Rettifilio, but you've got Ash Sharp currently 5th then, leading away from of course Adam Piper. But Gary Pointer on board with Gary with the second Primera. Let's see, pushing on for what could be a great night for him. But going into the second chicane, you got the Toyota Carinas just ahead of him. Obviously it's going to be close as you like, but as Adam Piper tries to overtake his teammate Ash Sharp into Lesmo 1, but Gary Pointer, what a move! Going out of Lesmo 1, that was an absolute stellar move by the Nissan Primera driver then. So you got Jordan Harding latching onto the back of these guys. You've got Rob Plant in 10th, you got no he's not, Rob Plant is 9th, I beg your pardon. Aaron Riley in 10th, followed by Jonathan Smith, and then of course his dad Mark in 11th and 12th, and then of course Stuart Bell in 13th, a lowly 13th at the moment. But got John Thompson then pushing on for what could be a bit of a battle between him and of course Liam New, with Liam McEwen sort of down in in third place at the moment, with his teammate Rob Scholler in, of course, fourth place at the moment. But on to the penultimate lap we go then, with John Thompson pushing on for what could be the first victory of the season, with Liam New with the fastest lap at the moment with 1:59.290. But it looks like we could be in for a bit of a battle between the Toyota Carinas. If they have a bit of contact, that will allow Jordan Harding to close the gap. But Adam Piper trying to get overtaking his teammate Ash Sharp. But Ash thinks about it, the 84 machine. But this is where it gets really interesting between these guys, with the likes of Jordan Harding are literally pushing on for some time, with the two Carinas almost side by side. A bit of breaks there for Ash Sharp, but Rob Plant and of course Aaron Riley 9th and 10th respectively, with Jonathan and of course Jonathan and Mark Smith 11th and 12th, with of course Stuart Bell trying to catch them up. But John Thompson at the moment still leads the way then. Absolutely unreal between these guys at the moment, but this is what it's all about. And see how quick they're going to go, with the likes of Liam Hugh pushing on for what could be a very interesting night for him, as Liam McEwen currently in the Alpha in around third spot, with of course Rob Scholler pushing on with Gary Pointer 5th now. So the Nissans are currently 1st and 5th at the moment, with Adam Piper breaking away from his teammate Ash Sharp briefly, I think. But Jordan Harding is going to be thereabouts, but soon going to figure out what's going to happen as we go into the final lap then. First of 8 lap races here at Monza for John Thompson, then going to push on. He's going to be thereabouts, I think. Just seeing how quick he's going to go, because it goes through Rettifiglio there. But of course Liam New and Liam McEwen are thereabouts, but we'll soon figure out if there's any battles going on. The Carinas are still battling, bashing into each other as we go out of the chicane there, but Adam Piper has to concede to Ash Sharp at the moment. But looks like it will be a very interesting bit of battles this evening. I think race 2's going to be finishing positions of race number 1, as the Carinas have a bit of a battle. Almost Adam Piper nearly took out his teammate, and that would have allowed probably Jordan Harding to escape up the road. But I'll try and come back to that battle very soon. But John Thompson eking out the gap then in towards Ascari, the Nissan Primera driver. Is he going to want to win his first ever championship here at Full Throttle Racing? He's won the off-season mini races last week, so we'll soon figure out what he's going to do. Is he going to push on? But we'll go with him. But I'm trying to go back to that battle for 6th and 7th in a minute if we can. But John Thompson then coming through Parabolica for what is going to be a very interesting race. He honks the horn and flashes the lights to take pole position and the race win. Liam New in second, Liam McEwen 3rd, Rob Scholler 4th, Gary Pointer 5th, Ash Sharp, and of course Adam Piper in 6th and 7th, Jordan Harding 8th, with Rob Plant in of course 9th, followed by Aaron Riley 10th, with the likes of John and Mark Smith, or Jonathan and Mark Smith in 11th and 12th, and of course Stuart Bell in 13th. But I'll tell you what, excuse me, race number 2 is going to be fanatic, I'll tell you that for next to now. But who knows what's going to happen for race number 2. But I'll tell you what a great night. What a great bit of racing by John Thompson. I beg your pardon, he's not called Jonathan, he's called John. John Thompson gets pole position as well as a very interesting race victory. But I'll tell you what, I'll go through the race 1 results then for the BTCC 1994 Retro League for Full Throttle Racing. John Thompson then in Nissan Primera gets the fastest lap as well as pole position, but gets the race win with Liam New in second, followed by Liam McEwen in third, Rob Scholler fourth, Gary Points in fifth, Ash Sharp sixth, Adam Piper in seventh, followed by Jordan Harding eighth. Then you got Rob Plant in, of course, ninth, followed by Aaron Riley in 10th, followed by Jonathan and Mark Smith 11th and 12th, and then of course Stuart Bell in, of course, 13th place. But yes, I'll tell you what, I'm going to be in for a cracker for the next two races. But we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen for the second race of the evening. Don't worry about that Mazda Atenza GR3. It's my race car. But gosh knows how to change the right into blue and stuff like that. But we'll soon figure out what's going to happen for race number 2 in a few moments' time, I think. But we'll soon figure out what's going to happen for race number 2. I'm just going to quickly get a drink because, you know, commentating isn't for the faint-hearted. It's something that you need to keep hydrated. But I'm just going to nip to the loo as well. So I believe we're going to be starting at 1:45. Just give me one sec, guys. I'm just as I say, I think we're going to be in for a good night of racing. As I say, I think for race number 2, I think I'm just going to let the guys just go out on track. We are starting at 1:45, so gives me a chance to get a drink and stuff like that. But yeah, hope you're enjoying the stream, guys. You know, it's been a while since I've done some commentary, but it's nice to do it on Twitch for a change. YouTube was being a bit awkward, so that's why we're now doing it on Twitch. But as I say, excuse me. I'm just going to check something on here. Excuse me. I'll give you some cars, though. Might as well. As I say, I wasn't going to give you cars because I was too busy just taking a bit of a break. But looking forward to what's happened in the next second race, well, the second race of the evening. But as I say, really grateful to be back in the comms box. So we've got around 3 minutes till we get race number 2 underway. it's around 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, but soon figure out the next 8-lap encounter. So let's figure out. Oh, jeez. Yeah, let's figure out who's going to win the second 8-lap encounter. On board with Liam New at the moment. He tries to handbrake it through. We're playing dodgems now, boys. So 2 minutes, well, yeah, 2 minutes to go until we get second race of the evening. I don't want to do that. I want to commentate, not I don't know why I keep doing that. I just got to remember, I'm not in the race, I'm a commentator. Yes. Starting in a minute. Yes, we're starting in a minute. Let's see what happens, who's going to make victory in the second race. But yeah, should be good to go in a minute. That's like now. As you can see, what's going to happen as we get ready then for race number 2 then. Looks like it is done on previous lap times, I think. So John Thompson then on pole position then, followed by Rob Scholler. Then of course Liam New all out because the grid's wrong by the looks of it, so we're getting a red flag situation. I think start has been aborted. But the grid was done wrong, I think. Yeah, the grid is wrong. Excuse me. Well, that looks good for the stream. So I think we are going to be good to go again very soon. There we go. I think the grid is set correctly now. So let's see what happens as we get ready for the second race of the evening. Lights out and away we go. So you get a decent jump. It looks like John Thompson. It looks like top three. You've got a decent jump yet again, but Gary Pointer also has that. So it's BMW. It's Nissan versus BMW versus Alpha versus Nissan versus a lot of cars. I think Aaron Riley's just gone a bit deep into turn number one. But the Carina versus the Cavalier battles are still raging on from race number one. But Liam New then, round curve grande. Is he going to get into, of course, the race lead before we get into the second chicane? Let's see, because we've got, of course, second 8-lap encounter here at Monza as Liam Hobbs skips and jumps the curb. That delays John Thompson with, of course, Liam McEwen. We're on board with Liam McEwen. Bit of a battle between these guys in race number one. Bit of shades of race number one this between these guys at the moment, but pushing on between these guys. Don't know why my controller's been a bit awkward and pushing on a bit, but I think John Thompson had his indicator on. I think no, he didn't. It's probably just what we've seen, but looking from Gary Pointer trying to push on as well. Rob Shoulder there, Ash Sharp in sixth, and followed by Adam Piper, and of course Jordan Harding, and of course Aaron Riley in the box seat. As we go into Ascari, as Adam Piper gets alongside Jordan Harding, which he does very well, as Adam Piper still gets a bit crossed up, but then it's of course we've got a couple of guys. Got Jonathan Smith, they've got Stuart Bell, and then of course Planty, and of course Mark Smith in the second Mondeo. Not too sure what's happened there for him, but let's see what's happening at Parabolica as Gary Pointer trying to push on. He's got Rob Scholler behind him, but Liam Furso then. Liam McEwen, sorry Liam, you're going to have to try and get used to you, mate. But Liam McEwen then, it's the two Liams, first and second at the moment. John Thompson currently third at the moment, but everyone seems to survive at the moment. So on like 2 out of 8 as Liam McEwen tries to get a dive into Retafilio, which he does. He gets past Liam New for what could be to lead the lap and lead the race. Then is he going to make it a famous victory for Alpha this evening? We've already had a Nissan victory, but it could be anyone's guess at the moment, with the likes of John Thompson now trying to push on his teammate Gary Pointer up into fourth. And this is great to see the Nissan Primeras thereabouts as the Toyota Carina puts the second Alfa Romeo of shoulder under pressure with Jordan Harding literally knives to tail behind Ash Sharp's Toyota Carina as we go into Lesmo 1. But this is where it's going to get all tight and twisty between these guys. But got Aaron Riley behind him, and they got Jonathan Smith. They've got, of course, Rob Plant, then of course Stuart Bell, then Adam Piper down to 12th. Not too sure what happened to him. And then goes, of course, Mark Smith 13th, but Liam McEwen then leading for Alfa Romeo as we go into Ascari. It's going to be very close for comfort between these guys, but who knows what's going to happen with the likes of John Thompson up into second, then with Liam New in third. Then bit of panel damage there on the back of the BMW there. But looks like John Thompson's trying to escape away from Liam New at the moment, defending champion. Excuse me, as we try and push on, but Gary Pointer in, of course, 4th place at this moment in time, with Gary Pointer in 4th, then with Rob Scholler, or Scholler should I say, in, of course, 5th place, followed by Ash Sharp, and then of course Jordan Harding, and of course Aaron, and of course Jonathan Smith, and then of course Planty, and of course Stuart Bell, Adam Piper, and then of course Mark Smith at the tail of the field. But Liam McEwen then leading the way from Alfa Romeo. There you go. When did McLaren ever enter BTCC? But Liam McEwen under pressure from John Thompson. John Thompson going to make it 2 from 2. On board with John at the moment, going down towards second chicane, trying to make a move on Liam McEwen, which he does. He does it with absolute great precision there, but pushing on with Liam McEwen under pressure from, of course, Liam New at the moment. The two Liams almost battling with the likes of Gary Pointer pushing on. It's good to see Gary Pointer at the sharp end at the moment, but Rob Scholler there in, of course, 5th place, then of course Ash Sharp 6th, Jordan Harding still 7th, for Aaron Riley 8th, so the two Cavaliers chasing down the Carina with, of course, the Peugeot of Jonathan Smith, then currently in, of course, 9th place with Rob Plant, first of Ford Monderos in, of course, 10th place, followed by the second Carina of Adam Piper, of course Stuart Bell's Peugeot, then of course Mark Smith in the second Ford Mondeo. But John Thompson then going through Parabolica for the 3rd time. He's under pressure from Liam McEwen at the moment, with Liam New also putting under pressure for the Alfa Romeo driver. But the BMW versus the Alfa. But John Thompson gets the fastest lap then, four laps out of 4 out of 8. We're on lap 4 out of 8 at the moment. But Liam New on the back bumper, was on the back bumper of the Alfa 155 going into Rettifilio, but quite a few cars pushing on. But as the sun starts to get a bit cooler here at Monza, it could be a very interesting last race of the evening, with Gary Pointer 4th, of course Rob Scholler that is, in of course 5th place, then followed by Ash Sharp, then of course Jordan Harding, then Aaron Riley, then Rob Plant versus Jonathan Smith at the moment. Jonathan Smith kicks up the dirt out of Curva Grande, but he's going to get alongside the Ford Mondeo, is he? No, the Peugeot has to back out slightly, but got the other Toyota Carina of Adam Piper thereabouts, but of course Stuart Bell, the second Peugeot, in of course 12th place, and then of course Mark Smith 13th at the moment. But looks, it could be a very good bit of a battle between 2nd, 3rd and 4th, between the two Liams and Gary Pointer. Gary Pointer not far behind actually in this Gaggle group, but he's got to push on. But with the likes of Liam McEwen and of course Liam New pushing on, but the Alfa versus the BMW, you can just see the Nissan of John Thompson escaping up the road then, as we're about to start 4 laps to go in a minute. But I'll tell you what, fantastic night of racing so far between these lot. But just making sure I'm still heard on stream, because sometimes it feels like I'm not. But the two Liams battling on board with the BMW driver Liam New, chasing down Liam McEwen. Almost gets into the back bumper of the Alfa Romeo, going down towards Rettifilio at the moment. But this could end in tears, with Gary Pointer could get onto the podium with Rob Scholler. Try to push on with Jordan Harding, and Ash Sharp move as Jordan Harding makes the move stick actually. Into 6th place with Ash Sharp 7th, Aaron Riley 8th, followed by Planty and of course Adam Piper now back up into the top 10 with Jonathan Smith and of course Stuart Bell, the two Peugeot 405s. in 11th and 12th at the moment, with of course Mark Smith 13th in the 5-1 there. But at the moment, Gary Pointer could get onto the podium if the two Liams make a mistake in front of him, or if they make a bit of contact, as Liam McEwen holds off New at the moment, as these guys are on board with Gary Pointer. Figure out what's going to happen here, because it seems to be a bit nose to tail between these guys. You can just see the BMW versus the Alpha ahead of them as we head up towards Ascari. Let's have a look as Liam New gets ahead of McEwen, so this where it could be very close for comfort. But Liam New then holding on for what could be dear life at the moment. I'll try and go further back to the battles, but Gary Pointer trying to latch onto the back of Liam McEwen, to the second Nissan, trying to literally get thereabouts, but to see how close it's going to get between these guys at the moment. But you know, could be all for nothing. You know, just John Thompson. And Thompson still pushes it. He's going to make it 2 from 2 at the moment. Seems he could be early championship leader. But we have got one more race to go after this. But two Liams then holding off Gary Pointer at the moment. Let's have a look what else is happening between Jordan Harding and of course Sharp. That's also allowing Aaron Riley to come into play to go through Rettifilio at the moment. But just want to see what's happening for second, third and fourth, and potentially fifth, because Rob Scholler is actually on the gearbox of these guys as well, almost there though, so it could be very close for comfort. But who knows what's going to happen with the likes of John Thompson escaping up the road then, because you know, I think Gary Pointer's falling back into the clutches of the second Alpha. But then again, has he? No, he hasn't. Just about. He's on board with Gary at the moment, trying to chase down Liam McEwen. So Liam's just like literally there. I think Gary Pointer's going to try and think, where am I going to make my move? I want to try and get on the podium, because if John can win races, I'm going to try and get onto the podium. But he thinks about it into a scar route. Doesn't think about it there though. With the likes of the two Cavaliers almost sandwiching us Sharp in the Carina. But Aaron gets ahead of his teammate Jordan Harding into a scar route, but very close for comfort between 6th, 7th and 8th at the moment. Could be the Cavaliers in 6th and 7th as Jordan Harding gets alongside us Sharp. Has he got the move done into Parabolica? No, he has not. Just Aaron gets a bit crossed up there in front of us Sharp, but it's almost swapping paint between the Cavaliers and the Carinas at the moment. Well, the Carina, should I say. I do apologise, getting way ahead of myself, but Gary Pointer still trying to push on. We're on to the penultimate lap, and Gary Pointer now gets past, almost gets past Liam McEwen, but he pushes Gary Pointer a bit wide, does Liam McEwen. I think the stewards will be having a bit of a word about that, I think, but Rob Scholler up into, of course, 4th place now, with Gary Pointer now down in 5th place. I thought Gary was actually going to get onto the podium, but doesn't look like it at the moment. It's the two Cavaliers versus the Carina at the moment. So I'll tell you what, let's have a look what's happening further back. You've got plenty, and of course Knight still, Adam Piper 10th, Jonathan Smith in of course 11th rather. You still had Mark in 12th, I beg your pardon, and Stuart Bell 13th. But John Thompson isn't giving up winning this race. He's still out there with the likes of Liam New under pressure from Liam McEwen, and of course Rob Scholler. As Scholler gets overtaken by his teammate, the Alphas are having a bit of a battle, and that's allowed Gary Pointer to literally get back onto this. So on board with Gary Pointer pushing on. Could Gary get onto the podium before the end of the race? I think he might, you know, but we don't know. As the two Liams have a bit of a battle as the Alphas sandwich the BMW 3 Series there. As I tell you what, Gary Pointer, oh my goodness gracious, Gary Pointer could get into second place here. Could be a 1-2 for the old Twice Nissan Primeras. But I'll tell you what, Rob Scholler is thereabouts. But I'll tell you what, got to keep an eye on this battle for second, third and fourth and fifth at the moment. But Gary Pointer could get onto the podium. I'm hoping they could get a 1-2 for the Nissan team as Rob Scholler goes a bit crossed up out of better video. You know, you never know what could happen. I'm just going to keep an eye on this battle because I can't really pick what's going on at the moment, because I tell you what, it could be close for comfort. The BMW versus the Alpha versus the Nissan versus the other Alpha. This is where it's going to get close as you like, close for comfort between the likes of Gary Pointer, Liam New, Rob, and of course Liam McEwen. As Gary Pointer drops down to fourth now. Don't want this to end in tears. We do not want this to end in tears, ladies and gents. If it ends in tears, it won't be great. But Gary Pointer then, as Liam McEwen gets crossed up out of Lesmo, the second Lesmo. This is where it could be close for comfort between these guys. As Liam McEwen tries to get past Gary Pointer, as he does into Ascari. Gary Pointer is literally on the back of Liam McEwen. Gives him a bit of a shove out of Ascari, but that delayed him slightly. Yes, it has. But John Thompson then coming through the last corner, coming through Parabolica to take a second win of the evening. Makes it 2 from 2 so far. Pole position, race 1, race winner in race 1 as well as race 2 victor. As Liam New, bit of body scars, BMW in second place, followed by Gary Pointer third onto the podium. So the Nissans get onto the podium with Rob in fourth, followed by Liam McEwen thereabouts. But Jordan Harding takes sixth from, of course, Ash Sharp and Aaron Riley. That battle was right to the end with, of course, Planty and, of course, Adam Piper. Then, of course, Jonathan Smith and, of course, his dad Mark in 11th and 12th, and, of course, Stuart Bell 13th. I'll tell you what, we're in for a good deciding race for race number 3 of the evening. But I'll tell you what, what a nice race. What a nice race we've seen so far. But John Thompson then with pole position and fastest lap as well. But it just sees what's going to happen with the likes of John Thompson then takes the fastest lap and victory with 158.7. Liam New onto the podium, Gary Pointer on the podium as well. What a race we can see. And what we can see here with the likes of Rob Scholler and Liam McEwen 4th and 5th for Alfa Romeo. Then you've got Jordan Harding and, of course, Ash Sharp 6th and 7th, Aaron Riley 8th. Good battle between them three. Then you've got, of course, Rob Plant followed by Adam Piper. Then, of course, Jonathan and Mark Smith 11th and 12th, and then Stuart Bell 13th. I'll tell you what, we're in for some great great bit of racing here for race number 2, but let's hope for race number 3 it should be great. I'm just going to double check something. There we go, we're getting ready for the last race of the evening. Let's see what's going to happen for race number 2 then. Oh, race number 2, no. Race number 3, isn't it? So third and final race of the evening and third and final 8-lap race of the evening. 5 minutes to go until that starts, so if you soon find out exactly what's going to happen. So looking forward to see what's going to happen. Just give me a second, I was going to still see if I'm on screen. Just give me a second, I was going to still see if I'm on screen. Yes, I am. 2 minutes and we're getting going. Excuse me. So yeah, I do apologise because just a bit of giving you a bit of action. Just why I gather my thoughts for race number 3 of the evening. But we should be good to go very shortly. Let's go for the third and final race of the evening. So then, Stuart Bell starts on pole position then, because it's a reverse grid. Get the green flag from the back of the grid to see if we're all here. Let's get going. Long hold for the red lights to come on though, as the starters are happy, and it's lights out. And away we go. Let's see who makes the jump into Rettifilia for the first time. Looks like a swarm of angry bees. Yes, that is right. So the Carinas and the Cavaliers. It's going to be who's going to get the jump. It looks like Aaron Riley at the moment. It looks like Sharp's got a bit crossed up with the likes of Jonathan Smith. I think it was Jonathan Smith that went across the chicane, but somehow managed to get those. Aaron Riley has Adam Piper and of course Liam New and of course Liam McEwen close for comfort. But Adam Piper then holding on for dear life. That could be great for Aaron Riley going into the second chicane. Is he going to get Vauxhall's first win of the season? Who knows with the likes of Adam Piper. Let's have a look where race 1 winner John Thompson is already up into 9th place by looks of it, but could be close for comfort. But looking at Aaron Riley then, under pressure already from Liam New at the moment, going down towards the back straight, towards Ascari. This is where it could all get a bit messy. It's the third and final race of the evening. But Aaron Riley thinking about it at the moment with the likes of Liam New and Aaron Riley getting a bit close for comfort. I think that's allowed Aaron Riley to break away. Yes, it has. It's allowed him to break away now from the likes of Liam New and Liam McEwen versus Adam Piper and of course Jordan Harding. Jordan Harding literally in the 32 Vauxhall Cavalier versus Adam Piper in the second Toyota Carina. They're all going nose for comfort as the likes of John Thompson and Gary Pointer and of course Jonathan Smith are sharp, and of course Mark Smith, then of course Stuart Bell 13th, but Aaron Riley then leads them across the line. All results are provisional though, because it will bar something. It all depends on Stuart's judicials. Can't even say it. Judicials, there you go. it's all to do with if the stewards' inquiries, etc. But Aaron Riley at the moment then pushing on from Liam New, then from Liam McEwen. But seeing what Liam's going to do. Adam Piper, then of course Jordan Harding. So it's Vauxhall, BMW, Alpha, Toyota, Vauxhall, Ford, Alpha at the moment, with John Thompson's Nissan race 1 and 2 winner. In 8th place at the moment, Gary Pointer in the second Nissan. And of course 9th at the moment with Ash Sharp's Carina. Then the first of the Peugeots, and then the second of the Ford Monderos. It's the father and son duo of Jonathan and of course Mark at the moment. Of course Stuart Bell 13th at the moment, but Liam News got past Aaron Riley there with Liam McEwen also thereabouts. But what's happened to Aaron? He's getting a bit bullied, I think, by the squabbling pack at the moment, I think. But who knows what's going to happen between these guys. But hopefully Aaron can get back onto the podium. But at the moment it's got the BMW driver of Liam New, then reigning champion of the series, on lap 3 out of 8. Lap 2 out of 8, I beg your pardon. Getting way ahead of myself. But Liam McEwen then, we're on board with Liam McEwen, chasing down after Liam New. But looking back from these guys, not too sure why. Is it a bit of paint scheme damage? No, is it just a bonnet? I think it's just a bonnet of the Alfa Romeo, looking a bit feisty. But Jordan Harding then going into Filio with Adam Piper with his left-hand indicator on. Not too sure why that is though. Is that just been pressed by mistake though? Because that's allowed Jordan Harding to get into third place with the likes of Aaron Riley, Rob Scholler and John Thompson almost nose to tail between each other as well. So anything could happen in this third and final race of the evening. As I say, the stewards will be looking at race results tonight as well. So John Thompson pushes Aaron Riley a bit into the gravel there, which doesn't help. But so Gary Pointer and of course Rob Plant thereabouts with Ash Sharp 10th. Jonathan Smith in of course 11th. His dad Mark behind him at the moment, with lots of Stuart Bell 13th. Told Stuart having a bit of a nightmare at the moment. In the Peugeot, it looks like the Peugeot is having a bit of an issue. So the two Liams, McEwen, well, New and McEwen, having a bit of a battle. Got to be very careful here into Ascari, because if they take each other out, that could allow Jordan Harding to latch onto the back of them. But let's hope not. But see exactly how close it's going to go for these guys. But pushing on for some time, but we're on to lap 3, coming up to the end of lap 3 out of 8. We could be on for a bit of a interesting fourth lap. But Liam McEwen then gets the fastest lap at the moment, with Jordan Harding under pressure from Adam Piper. It's looking like first and second, third, fourth, 6th and 7th for having a bit of 5th and 6th for having a bit of battles, beg your pardon. But it looks like we've got a bit of nice battles going on with further down is Aaron Riley and of course Rob Plant and of course Ash Sharp trying to make it 3 wide out of Filio. But don't try and make it 3 wide into Curve Grande. Can't do that. That's going to be a bit too much there. But Ash Sharp into 8th then, with Jonathan Smith 11th, his dad Mark 12th, and Stuart Bell 13th. But the race lead could change with around 5 laps to go here. So who knows what's going to happen. Liam New then escaping from Liam McEwen at the moment. Just trying to think what's going to happen with this battle between BMW and Alpha. It's almost nose to tail between the pair of them. But then you got John Thompson up to third now, so that's a bit of a... I didn't see how that came about, but John Thompson in the Nissan Primera. Jordan Harding behind, as well as Adam Piper. To Parabolica we go then. Could be 3 cars wide for... Could be very interesting. So Toyota versus the Vauxhall Cavalier versus the Alfa Romeo. But who knows what it's going to bring. Bring some interesting night. It looks like at the moment Jordan Harding dropped down to 6th then with the likes of Rob Scholler. Try to push on. Rob's there about. So he's got a bit crossed up there with Adam Piper, but Jordan Harding also trying to catch up with Gary Pointer there, with Ash Sharp, Aaron Riley, Rob Plant, and of course Jonathan and Mark Smith behind each other at the moment with Shoot Bell 13. But the battle between the two Liams is still raging on. Lap 5 out of 8, so around 3 laps to go in this race. Almost 3 laps to go, I think. Yeah, 3 laps to go. So it could be close for comfort. But John Thompson not far behind these guys. Is he going to make it? Is he going to try and make it 3 from 3 races though? So it looks like we've got a bit of an interesting battle between... Ooh. Is that Ash Sharp getting a bit loose? Yes it was, because Aaron Riley's right behind him. At the moment we're on board with Aaron then. Trying to chase after Ash Sharp at the moment into Ascari, but Planty's trying to get there. Oh, bit of a knock wide between Aaron Riley and Plant there, but that's going to allow the second Mondo and the second, well, the first of the Peugeots. Thereabouts, it sounds like the sounds like Jonathan Smith's car's a bit. Is it down on power, or was it just me? Just trying to figure out what was going on. It sounded like a hybrid. It sounded like it was electric at the moment, but the two Liams still battling then. There we go. But Liam New then battling away from Liam McEwen. For what could be an interesting battle for these guys, the BMW versus the Alpha. John Thompson's Nissan's lurking in the background. So we'll soon figure out what's going to happen between these guys, but 2 laps to go then. With the likes of Rob Scholler now in 4th place then with Jordan Harding. And of course 5th place followed by Adam Piper. Then of course Gary Pointer in 7th, then of course that's Shah, and of course Planty in 9th, followed by Jonathan Smith and Mark Smith, 10th and 11th. Aaron Riley now 11th and 12th. Not too sure what happened to Aaron, but there we go, Shoot Bell 13th. But Liam New still leading the way then from Liam McEwen. But this is where it could be all or nothing between these guys. Going on to the penultimate lap very soon. But I'll tell you what, been a great night of racing so far as John Thompson and Nissan trying to catch up to these guys. Anything happens to these two, he could get onto the back of them and say, you know what, I'm going to take 3 from 3 if I'm not careful. But got Gary Pointer. Gary Pointer's on a massive charge this evening. So had a bit of a nosebleed from getting that podium, but he gets into 5th place then from Jordan Harding and Adam Piper. But penultimate lap. as Aaron Riley gets back past Planty, and then Jonathan and Mark Smith 11th and 12th at the moment with Stuart Bell 13th. But I tell you what, John Thompson on board with John. John's actually caught up to the two Liams. Don't know how he's managed to do that, but I tell you what, stellar night between these guys at the moment. The two Liams almost make a bit of contact. It's John Thompson, oh my goodness. Go on board with John Thompson for a moment into Lesmo 1, but I tell you what, he's caught up to the two Liams. Could make it 3 from 3 tonight if he's not if he picks his cards right. I'll tell you this, next to nothing. We're in for a bit of a treat now. But, could be close for these guys. I've just concentrate on this battle for a minute. But who knows what's going to happen here. But we're on board with Liam McEwen. Well, not on board with Liam McEwen, but looks like to me that Liam New's got away slightly. But you've got John Thompson there with, of course, Rob Scholler, and of course 4th place followed by Adam Piper, Jordan Harding. Kerry Pointer's dropped down to 7th, but onto the final lap then. John Thompson, he's on fire. Literally on fire. He's probably thinking, you know what, I'm going to try and make a move now on Liam McEwen. Which is he going to do? But then Liam McEwen gets the lead in the race from Liam New. But I tell you what, the top 3 are close to comfort. These 3 won't be buying Hernando's for each other at this rate. If they take each other out, they will, they? But I tell you what, fair play to John Thompson. He's literally on the back of these guys at the moment. But we're on board with well, sort of riding on board with John Thompson. Yes, we are. Tell you what, fair play to these guys. I tell you what, Alpha currently leading the race then from Liam McEwen with Liam New for BMW in 2nd, followed by Nissan's hot shot at the moment, John Thompson. But I tell you what, fair play. I'll try and go back to the other battles if I can, but at the moment it just seems like we could be in for a bit of a nail-biter finish. But who knows what's going to happen there between the likes of Liam New and of course John Thompson. But that's allowed Liam McEwen, as Liam New gets a bit crossed up out of Ascari. But we'll try and check the rest of the field in a minute. But the likes of Liam McEwen at the moment pushing on for what could be an absolutely emphatical victory. I'll tell you what, he is literally going to be happy. He breaks the duck for the season, but also breaks Nissan's dominance for this evening, as he takes the first place from Liam New in BMW in 3rd, John Thompson Nissan in 3rd, Rob in 4th, Gary Pointer 5th, Jordan Harding 6th, Adam Piper, and of course that's Sharp 7th, 8th Toyota. Aaron Riley, however, in of course 9th place, followed by Jonathan and Mark Smith for Peugeot and Ford in 10th and 11th, with Stuart Bell in of course 12th place, and of course 13th place for Rob Plant. Bit of battle scarred there, but hopefully that concludes the night of racing. I'll tell you what, who knows what's going to happen for round number 2, but I'll tell you what an interesting night of racing. So Liam McEwen then gets a race 3 victory here at Monza. Going to quickly go through the race results with Liam McEwen race victor, Liam New in of course 2nd place, John Thompson fastest lap in 3rd, Rob Scholler in 4th, Gary Pointer 5th, Jordan Harding in 6th, Adam Piper in 7th, Ash Sharp in 8th, followed by Aaron Riley 9th, Jonathan Smith in 10th, his dad Mark in 11th, followed by Stuart Bell in 12th, and of course Planty in, of course, 13th. I tell you what a great night of racing. I am looking forward to next week. I will see you guys next week for rounds 4, 5 and 6 of the championship. Until next Friday, take it easy, have a good weekend. Speak to you in a bit, take care. Ta-ra.